Hi, we discarded our first card, it was Shardmage Rescue, and well, our opponent has a lot of work to do, but fortunately for them, they have the one card. That matters, so of course they will try to shelter. We need to draw our answers quickly, because if they discarded this as the first card, guys, call me a madman, but I expect them to have second. And the third, and the fourth. They will play the land, right? Yep. I don't think that was the new card, so I think they still, predicted this play. So of course, they can do a lot here, but I honestly hoped to draw this card, that's why we play it. Is it already so late that we need to go for it? Or maybe... Oh man, we could go for this. Guys, I actually believe that we have one more turn, because on the next turn this will be so much more fun. And this guy, well, when it hits, it transforms into a true monster, and I think they will not pay enough respect to this card, so I think we might hit. However, we'll see what our opponent will do. Of course they can Ethereal Armor, shelter, you get the idea. The damage will go big, but I don't think they have enough to kill. This is exactly what I thought will happen. I literally was thinking about sheltered, and then we get it back, but I thought they will target Annex, to be honest. So that's the only difference, and so far, oh boy, it's going great. By the way, if you don't have this, you lose the game, because you will never kill this creature. Like, it requires so much mana, like right now it's 6 mana, and they counter it for 1 mana. So we need like 12 mana to kill this creature. Unless you play Day of Black Sun, and then you get everything and your opponent is getting nothing. And now we have this ready. Optimistic Scavenger, well, it needs to be very, very optimistic. And indeed, you would laugh saying that it's guaranteed to have double Shelter by Ghost in top 12 or 13 cards. Well, sometimes it happens. It happens most of the time. This is not great for us because we wanted to go for the demon. Now we have to go for, the kill. Our opponent is fully tapped, so this is the moment to target this, because we will get guaranteed value. This always hits, and this is one of the most punishing cards for this deck. However, I included this for Badgers, but you know what? I'll take the win against Mono White too. But this is anti-Badger card, basically. That's the reason it's here, because if they go Badger on the play, like you will never win without Sweeper like this, and you won't get to 5 mana for the Leak of Wrath. So now we can do things. Oh yes. Okay, first we swing. The Guardian will flip. They have nothing on us. Go. Oh, now they are reading the card. Oh, now the respect will happen. Well, and what now, my friend? You don't play removal in your deck. So let's hit. Get the good value. Oh, I'm so happy that, man, we instantly just transform this thing. Yes, please! And I'm getting Braska's Final Eon. And our opponent needs to discard a card, and we, of course, as we deserve, will draw the card. Well, if you thought discarding is bad, well, how about discarding and drawing? And we got so much value. This is also 7/7. Just to point it out, it's a random 7/7 on top of this. So let's go for the core, because that means we still can double hex. Our opponent has, like, nothing on us. So let's go to the end step. I could kill this. And I'm seriously considering it. Because if we kill this, there's no way they rebuild. And we can steal Day of Black Sun, so you know what? This is good guaranteed value. Alright, we'll Blight. You are so cool, you can be a little bit less cool and it will still be amazing. And by the way, I guess I could play the first one without Blight, because now I need to Blight twice. But doesn't really matter, because our opponent is losing everything, including their secret play of second Shardmage Rescue. Who could predict that they have second? I mean, nobody. Just nobody. And the effect of this card is the most important part. And as you can see, absolute stomp. Well then, we are going first, and even though we have a lot of tap lands, But Sloth, why do you play the Lair? But Sloth, why the Lair? And then I explain it in the video. And I still get the same question. I explain it in the outro. I still get the same question. Well, you get the idea. Let's go for the Momentum Breaker, because right now it's one card. Momentum Breakers will be very hard to use for this matchup, because obviously this is Boros tokens, they want to go wide. So we need to take occasion when we can. I thought it would be Voice of Victory. I will take this one. So Sloth. So why Valgavoth Lair? Because you have Beseech the Mirror. This way you can invest less into enchantments, which usually are not... Like, you prefer Shoot the Sheriff. Of course, Momentum Breaker is kinda perfect for us, because it is enchantment and it still fuels our strategy, but you get the idea. This might die. Let's go. But other enchantments usually force you to make a little bit worse choice for a removal card. Like, for example, you take Green Bubble instead of Hex, which is a little bit worse overall. Please go away, thank you very much. Wait, first. That's important. First we swing. And with those lands, you can just Beseech Mirror for free, basically. Our opponent will discard a card. We will do... Man, I have to say, so far this dude is actually freaking doing work. And also, a classic 7/7 for 4 mana, on top of drawing you basically like 2 cards ahead of your opponent. So I'm doing it first, so they don't know that Ozai is not here. And now... Shoot the Sheriff, huh? We could get the last cards. But this in the board is actually terrifying, so I don't think we should, risk it. Also, we get more speed, so we can use the Breaker. Yep, you got it. It's kind of hard to trigger. They need a lot of burn spells to, get this value, and they don't really have too much time. And we still can use Breakers for 2 life gain, and it will be 3 per, per spell. Sure, buddy. Sure. I don't want to play my instants, obviously. At least we have a very nice skill on this guy. Okay, this will be annoying until it won't be, but we need to still hit a land. Obviously we have the answer, we just need to hit a land. And here, it has to attack, so there's that at least. They don't get any progress, but they still hit with the pings. We kill it before it spreads. And I think 1 can absolutely go. Let's make sure that we're pretty comfortable. Man, so far we are actually crushing it. Oh, how about 0 cards? Does it sound great? However, we missed on the land, so we're a little bit bad at Magic. What does it mean? What does it mean? Each opponent sacrifices 2 creatures of their choice. We cannot cast anything against Voice of Victory. We have some choices, but all of them are a little bit bad because we missed the land drop, so we cannot sweep for 3 and win the game. So I think the best play can be Bandit talent into level up. Then they lose the whole board. Oh, but we still need... Okay, I actually think it's this. I actually think it's this. Because we need to kill this. Like, if this attacks, it will be so many tokens that we risk actually throwing a little bit. I will wait for 1. And also that means if they drop a creature here, they still sacrifice it to the ability. I don't want to read it, because then they will pay attention, but it kills 2 creatures. Okay, that's kinda it. So now we can read. Each opponent sacrifices 2 creatures of their choice. If you have 2, well, that's your choice. And now, okay, see? Thank you, land, right now. So, now we can actually go for the interesting plays. I think we go for this into this, start dealing damage and drawing extra cards on our opponent. We still need to, play against Warrior's Call, so we still want to be pretty healthy and finish the game in reasonable time. 2 cards, thank you very much, seems pretty darn good. They might burn it, we don't care. I don't think I could play the core, I didn't really count, because I don't think we really need to. And we can get 3 life right now. And talent, Sanctuary, all work together to get this guy out of the game. Oh man, it's so fun, it's working perfectly so far for us. How about some Cruelty? I think that fits the deck. Oh, it hits so right. Oh, it hits so right, man. I love this. I absolutely love this. Our opponent is a Spider Enjoyer. I wonder what the strategy is. Of course, we start with Momentum Breaker. Against this type of deck, if you can trade equally, card for card, mana for mana, that's perfect. They spend 2 mana on the card, we spend 2 mana on the card. That's perfect. That means we can hit the remaining cards on the next turn, unless they play this. That's a little bit annoying, because I really hope we can get them to 0. However, so it has to be Bandit talent. We have to get the last card and we can at least level, and this talent will do a lot of work during this game, because they don't want to keep the cards, especially knowing what we play. It probably will be this one card. Yep, I hope the Riddler hurt you, because this was 4 freaking cards that they just lost. Let's see what they can top deck. Oh my god, land from the top and pass the turn. Guys, my dreams came true. They can level up, and they absolutely should. So, you know, I'm happy that we managed to do the thing. So guys, what do we do? Very important stuff. We could level up the talent, getting permanent card advantage for the rest of the game, or we can kill this while we can. But if we get permanent card advantage, unless they top deck Space Dragon, I think we should be okay. Because this will not kill us, and whatever the stats are, they die, you know, this dies to shoot the sheriff, but the card advantage is forever. And it will also make a very weird situation when our opponent needs to keep cards, but then we have targets for, you know, this card. Like, we can Hostile Investigator here and get really good value. However, you know, this means they got a bad card probably, unless it's like weird instant. We could go Aclazotz and then kill this on the next turn, or we can shoot the sheriff, pay, and kind of okay, this is important. Like, this turn will decide how the game goes. It's better to not kill this and set up for the future with like Annex or Demon, but we might die. If they draw Space Dragon, this will be enough damage, I think. Not super happy about this play, but I would love to not die yet, you know? And we still have another Shoot the Sheriff, so if they drop something, I told you, unless it's some weird counter spell, but the truth is they should not be playing this. Well then, what can you do when your opponent just draws a perfect card that you predicted that shouldn't be there, but it's still there and it still was drawn? Oh my god, this is actually infuriating. You can make any play. Shuffler will get you, bro. Shuffler is just lurking, knowing the future. Oh, I'm so unhappy about this one. This messed our whole 5 mana turn. The only upside is that they traded card for card, but you know, that's not where we want to be. At least we're... But look, thanks to our earlier decision, well, now it doesn't hurt as much. And I swear, guys, I swear, if they have another counter spell, I will lose my mind. I didn't see a priority, so I don't think it's a counter spell. I think they finally don't have the card to beat what we do. And with this, we have a good setup for Annex, so now we can start live gaining, and that is... Okay, if they pass this turn, that's over. And Bandit talent, working overtime. Guys, I really think we deserve this moment of absolute satisfaction. Oh, they save 2 cards to prevent the cardo? Well, how about no? They have nothing, and we have basically full setup. And by the way, Bandit talent did a lot of work on this guy. 4 life without a single attack. That's what I want to see. So, swing. Oh, you thought that we are not aggressive? Oh, I know when you are dead. At 0. Okay, so we are dropping Annex first, because usually you need both lands and discard cards just to really get your opponent to 0. And oh boy, this is some active cloaking for our opponent. It seems we're playing against control, but fortunately we're really darn good at the game, and you can make sure that they will never discard Get Lost at this point, so we can just play it and try to get cards while they have closed mana. We can get rid of the Get Lost, doesn't really matter too much unless they play Shiko, which is a possibility. A very bad card, of course, not for the matchup, so that was a dead draw. Let's see if they have more. They can still have Inevitable... No, they don't have black mana. Interesting. We missed on the land, which is also very interesting. What do we do here? We could draw a card. You know what, let's draw a card. See what happens. Lantern, of course, not very important for this matchup. So I can just cycle it and try to hit a land. Very, very nice. So, they still want to play Consult or Morang. So I believe we need to pressure them anyway. I will pressure with this. The problem is that they can go end step Morang into main phase Get Lost, land, and still keep 3 steps ahead, which is the the optimal play. This is what they should be doing. Let's see if they're good at Magic enough to have those cards in the hand, because if they do, that's like the best play. Yep. See, they're doing like. Listen, I can play both of the decks at this point, and I will just tell you who wins based on those draws. Generally, this deck has advantage because they have like blue in control. Basically, we are a control deck in a way, but we don't run counter spells, so they are always favored in any non-blue matchup. That is slower, of course. So let's see what our opponent will do. They can miss the cards, and that's our biggest hope. Honestly, this is as good as it gets for us. We just got incredibly ahead with this. Okay, this is interesting. With this, we can try to, make some replays. First, let's go for Bandit Talent. They really spent a ton of mana to answer this dude. So that makes me think that maybe... Oh, you don't want to hit anything for 3 damage, huh? For example, I don't know, some creature that you just... It's so weird. They played Ultima for this. Wait, that means they want to burn us with this, probably. Why would you go Ultima if you can go this? That's such a weird play. I think it was still correct play, so that means they have something that, I'm not really considering too much. I guess maybe they have full hand of, like, burn, or they are maybe so confident that they can get the thing going that, maybe they just don't fear anything. Let's see. Our opponent will, of course, remove this. A Braid. Very good answer. Very cheap, very efficient. Doesn't have too many good targets otherwise. Which means we go for Revenge. Wait. How much mana? 3, 6. We missed. We missed mana. I think we still start with this. So our opponent discards 2. Basically, we need to get them to 0 cards before they unload the bomb, like Revelation or, something along those lines. Okay, so Consult. So the land was useless, that's the bad card. When they discard Consult, that means you got to the meat of the hand. Those are the 3 best cards they have. We can get 1 more, but not all of them, unfortunately. Let's go for the talent, because we can, start leveling them up. Yep, you can see, and the last card, based on those discards, you can kinda predict it's either Cardo or another Revelation, because this is the highest value card they had in the whole game so far. I mean, this one. Show me. I think it's Revelation, personally, and I think they will cast it in response. But, you know what? I think we actually have a good play against it, because this forces the play. But, that's funny. They will sacrifice a monk. We actually won't force them to discard the new card. So it's Shredder's Revenge. If they go Jeskai, oh, but they can bounce it. They can actually bounce it and we are at 10. Okay, so we go this. They cast Revelation. Bounce this, we are at 6. We have no demon. So at 4. And they have 2 monks. Then we need to Day of Black Sun, kill the tokens for 2 mana. So I think this might be actually better. Just because we need to both defend and also, get them to 0 cards. I think it's Revelation, but of course we cannot be 100% sure. But if they discard this Revelation, I think that's the best card they have. It's this or Consult the Star Charge, because Consult can find, 2 Revelations, or Revelation and Consult. So basically this makes sure that they get ahead in value. So personally I probably would keep Consult over Revelation, but I think most players would just keep Revelation. So here you go, that's a full analysis. That's it's your Sloth analysis for the last card. And we were right. Yay, proven right. Perfect. See, this is why we played exactly like this. So this drops, kills one of the tokens, and this is very interesting. If we didn't play a land, it's actually perfect for us. See guys, this is why you tank so long on those plays. Now we kill this guy, and guess what? Our opponent is fully tapped. What does it mean? They made the most powerful play in the whole game. What they tried to do for the whole game. Look at the bombs. Look at those 3 bombs. This would absolutely win the game. But now, if they miss, we get incredibly ahead. How about this? I maybe should start attacking, but I'm too excited. So, you know, just making plays. I think we go this. I need to make sure they always are at 0 cards every turn. Because we can level up Bandit talents. If they draw with this, that's perfect. Sure, amazing. That means they have nothing and we can start dishing the damage. This will stay for the rest of the turns. Annex is already activated and Core is in the board. So this is how we start finishing the game. They will win a longer game anyway, because it's a control deck. We need to get them while they are weak. Let's go. And now this is the moment where they can actually miss a ton of cards and tons of answers. We swing first, right? We go Annex after they use the card, if they have something. Obviously this is a random draw. There's good chance it's not removal. It will be a perfect removal, also life gaining. What a freaking legend. Fortunately, we are preparing for all the cases, and now it's 8 damage a turn. And even if they can outvalue us, well, but will they be able to outvalue us, kill us, and get all the card advantage all at the same time while they're taking 8 damage a turn? And the answer is nope. Our opponent needs to make some decisions. It's blue. But what exactly is the... It's just cover with extra steps, guys. Oh, it's Kona. Whenever you see more blue, it's usually Kona, because Kona deck require single green mana basically for the whole build. I think it must be a Kona deck. It's like mono blue, but it has green tutoring creatures. So what could it be? And they even have the Dragonstorm, which is always a huge tell. So this is interesting. We have some we have answers. They cannot make the play yet. We won't get them to 0 cards, guys. Like, not in time. So I think we draw 2. Because we need to probably get Annex and start getting more discard, and then we can get them to 0. Like, single card won't do it. Is it amazing to draw 2 more lands? Nope. Nope. That's a disaster. Like, basically I made a play to get those 2 cards and they don't matter. Like, they absolutely failed. So that's not really great. Let's go for the breaker, because we can at least combo it with Shoot the Sheriff. And maybe you can still, you know, a Kona kill if our opponent plays the deck extremely impatiently and incorrectly. I don't think against mono black you should be playing Kona on turn 4. You should probably go for turn 6 and try to protect, you know, the main creature of your deck. I hoped for Annex. I think we need Annex, man. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think we'll level it up. The problem is we will never get value from it. So we are discarding decently, but we don't have any card advantage, and we don't have enough discard. Like, those 2 lands were exactly the part we missed in this game. And as you can see, our opponent is discarding card advantage, which spells disaster for our game plan. That means they have more, as you can clearly see, which means they will assemble combo, get 6 mana, and probably exhale on top of Kona, or something like this. So there is a chance we might not tap out and save 4 mana for exhale, which means we kinda play around it. I still keep mana, and the only reason we are still in this game is that we are keeping mana for Shoot the Sheriff, and I think our opponent knows about it. I guess they still need station, but I assume that they always have it. Stock up. Oh my god, they will get all the combo pieces. All the combo pieces. We can kinda beat this if we get multiple removal spells. So there is that. Cruelty. I mean, that's something. I will still play into the counterspell because I think counterspell alone won't be enough. We need to, push a little bit more, and I will still level up the talent then. It won't matter now, but there is a chance if we manage to get good draws and reverse the game, then it happens. But I'll be honest with you, I'm 85% sure we lost. And I don't think there's much we can do about it. Like, those two swamps basically decided the game. Because we cannot push anymore, and matchup is kinda bad anyway, because like they just need 3 cards to win the whole game. So as long as you cannot get them to 3 cards on turn 4, that's kinda it. You can save removal, that buys you a little bit of time, but not too much. I wonder if they missed on 6th land. If they discarded Exhale, that means they have 1 in the hand. So I think they lack land to make the Kona tap into Exhale play that they expect will work. And that's correct, because it will. So right now we are saving all the mana at instant speed to activate Sanctuary and start to be a little bit aggressive. And here it is. And that's game. There's no counterplay for our deck. Counterplay is, I think, pretty much impossible in this situation, because you cannot kill the creature, you cannot counterspell because you don't play those, and of course they can also have Cavern, which also defeats the counterspells, and that's pretty much it. Like, the counter is having better draw that kills faster. Our opponent played it very well. Basically they avoided all the traps of impatient, opponent. The creature is tapped before we have priority to do anything. We had priority once before Kona hits, and after it has hexproof. We don't have a moment to kill it in between those. We played this deck, we showcased it, so the only thing we need to check is if they have card draw here. Sometimes they can miss the first one, so we assume those are 2 lands, they will do something. If they have stock up Consult, at this point you can safely scoop. So, very interactive game plan, which plays a card on turn 4, and then it wins. At this point we can just print, you win. That's pretty much it. However, is there ever a chance? They didn't combo fully. That's the only thing that can save you. Bad draw of your opponent. So we will go like this then. That means we can hit Kona. Do we hit with Momentum Breaker or shoot the Sheriff? They might have counterspell, so I will still go, you know what, let's hit first, see what happens. No priority, because there is a chance they won't be able to... Man, they have Omniscience right now for the rest of the game. I don't think we can beat it anyway. Like, right now, Kona doesn't matter as much, they didn't have priority when we attacked. They have priority when we are casting spells. Guess what it means? A counterspell, a filthy counterspell. I think they usually play Exhales. Of course there are other options, but at this point honestly Kona doesn't even matter. They have 3 spells, so they will just play all the hand. I will scoop when I see that it's indeed infinite chain. As you can see, checking them for real infinite combo bought us 1 turn, but that's it. With this, yeah, I will check the next card, but I think that's it. So they play the kicked version, they pay 2 mana, and probably those cards, yeah. I'll give our opponent good game. Our opponent played very well, avoiding every plan we had, but obviously this is this kind of matchup, So guys, there it is, Mono Black discard, probably one of the most annoying decks to play against, with answers to a little bit of everything. But before we talk about the deck and the whole thing, our absolute legend for today is of course the one, the first, the only, Decomposed, and my friend, you got very cool deck. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are enjoying, the videos as much as always. So thank you for, being part of the channel and in the Hall of Fame. So yeah, I still felt a little bit compelled to add Days of Black Sun, especially that we have a little bit of ramp with the core. I cut 1 because I had to cut something, and if you have Annex and Sanctuaries, you can make a demon. Like, let's be honest, this is 11 demons already between Annex, Core, and Sanctuary. So we usually have a little bit of time. We also have live game with Aclazotz. I really like addition of this guy. It's hard to hit. I was even considering going max speed for, basically dropping it so it attacks immediately with the, you know, the core slant, as we showcased in Golgari from one of our viewers. However, I decided that Sanctuary is probably more important because we need those demons, but we also need a way to push damage with basically haste. And this slant is in the board, so when you activate it, you instantly swing, you probably instantly trigger Annex, that's 5 damage. If they still start getting damage from Bandit talent and Cruelty, the damage stacks very quickly, and sometimes you need it because you cannot discard top deck, so every draw is a huge risk, and I think this is a cool way to do it. Valgavoth, Lair, and Beseech the Mirror and Breaker. This is why we can play this combo. We have this as the fuel package. Worst case, you can even go this, and you can even go this, and this makes the crew. So as you can see, somehow, like, big chunk of the deck, like freaking half of it, can be used in some ways as the bargain fuel. That also means you can, you know, find either Annex or single Investigator. I added this because your opponent sometimes will have single card, and you want to Beseech the Mirror, you want to still discard this card, but kinda get some value on top of it. Well, then you go Investigator, you get them to 0 cards, you get the clue, which means you can redraw on the next turn, and you also get a creature which either protects you or, you know, just prevents them, you know, from drawing a hasted creature that kills you, and of course it can pressure on the next turn and benefit from the next discard. So I think it's a very neat addition, and yeah, you know, this card is always hard to play, you cannot really fall behind. With sweepers you sometimes can sweep the board, but you basically need them to get to 0 cards without taking like massive damage. So it's a little bit tricky, but with Annex Core it just gives you a little bit of breathing room, and when this guy transforms, well, then the game becomes extremely favored for you, and that's, so far, whenever we transform it, it's usually a win. So I really hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thank you for, you know, all the positive comments and all of this stuff. It's really nice that you are enjoying those videos. I'm trying my best to keep it fresh. You know, we are not getting too many new cards for this card. It's literally just Shredder's Revenge in the whole last set, but I think we are still cooking. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you to all amazing patrons for supporting the content, and also to our newest members to the Hall of Fame of the channel's history, Undead Eater and Crixus. Really welcome, and I'm so happy that you are enjoying the content. that was so nice to see, so thank you for that. And yeah, that's honestly kinda it for today. I hope you enjoyed some discard. I know you guys like this archetype, and I cannot say I don't like it too. It always makes for very fun videos, so I hope you had a good laugh. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.